Bad news, folks. There's a possibility that the USMCA could be passed during the lame duck session of Congress. I'm Robin Kinderman, and you're watching JBS Straight Talk. This Friday, President Trump, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto are expected to sign the USMCA while at the G20 summit in Argentina. As we've been covering, the USMCA is worse than the original NAFTA. With that being the case, it's no surprise that those in favor may want to rush it through. Word on the street is that some Republican senators are now urging Trump to send Congress the final legal text of the agreement so they can pass implementation legislation before the new Congress is sworn in this January. In a letter to the President dated November 20th, Senator Pat Toomey of Pennsylvania wrote, "It is still possible for the current Congress to consider and vote on the USMCA before the end of the 115th Congress, and do so by using Trade Promotion Authority's procedural protections, including a simple majority vote in the Senate." The letter goes on to urge the President to hand in the necessary documents as soon as possible in order to start the clock on a mandatory 30-day waiting period. Congress can draft and submit a USMCA Implementation Act to be voted on a day when both legislative chambers are in session. In other words, Toomey and other Senate Republicans seem a little worried and think the USMCA would have a better chance passing in the lame duck session. If you think the USMCA can't pass in a lame duck session, think again. For those of you that have been with us for a while, you know that we oppose the World Trade Organization. And do you know how the WTO became a reality? You guessed it, a lame duck session. Toomey's letter concludes, "If you choose to pursue consideration of the USMCA before the end of the 115th Congress, we commit to working with you in a consultative manner to draft implementing legislation that could win our votes, as well as a majority in the House and Senate." Win whose votes? Including Toomey, the letter is signed by a total of 12 Republican senators. Of this list, how many senators have read or studied the agreement? Or were they given a Cliff Notes version with positive bullet points from Robert Lighthizer and the Office of the U.S. Trade Representative? Looks like it's up to us to open their eyes and get them to understand what's really at stake here. If you didn't like NAFTA, I can guarantee you won't like the USMCA. It builds upon NAFTA and promotes the regional merger of the U.S. with Canada and Mexico. And that's why we need your help. It's a proven fact that calling your representative and senators is one of the best ways to get their attention. So start calling. Explain to them the real dangers of the USMCA. Once you place your calls, follow up with an email. Then write letters to your editor, call into talk radio, and ask others to help you. We need all the pressure we can get to stop the USMCA. If you want to work with thousands of other patriots across this great nation, join the John Birch Society today. Together, we can save our country and protect its sovereignty. As always, take care and God bless.